Din Djarin and Bo-Katan head to Plazir 15 in order to meet with the remnants of the Mandalorian fleet, but are called into action when the Duchess of the Democratic World requests help for its droid problem. Hello, entertainment enthusiasts. This is Ray, and this is the Fandom Realm, and today I am reviewing episode number 6 of Season 3 of The Mandalorian. As always, spoilers abound, so just be aware. Now, with that, I'm just going to real quickly mention we are up to the near the end of the season. This was not my favorite episode of the season. I'll just say that before I get started. Although I've seen a lot more hatred out there than I really have for it. I enjoyed quite a bit of it. But with that, it sounds like the last 2 episodes are really going to be banger. And so I'm looking forward to completing this season of The Mandalorian. So with that, let's take a look at episode 6. And it is called The Droid Problem. All right, that's a nice little ship coming into frame there. Okay, so I guess it's a Corran ship. Of course, the Corran are the race that live with the Mon Calamari. Okay, that is a cool little gadget there. I'm going to tell you.
I meant to say that we were not aware of the majestic Imperial presence in this sector.
So, basically, it looks like the Mandos are hunting her for some reason.
And sadly, you're too late to hire us.
Okay, so they have been hired. Now, what do they need to do?
The Mon Calamari Viceroy, who has reason to believe you absconded with her son.
So she went with the Mon Calamari. Huh?
I won't go. I won't go.
Gotta love it. Absolutely gotta love it. A Mon Calamari and a Corran.
I can't go back to that wretched palace.
Don't make us damage your girlfriend's pretty little ship.
And he's in love, of course.
You have to go with them.
No, I love you.
Please go.
And so he's professing his love, and she's trying to get out of it.
I can't destroy everything I've built for a childish fling.
Is that all this was to you?
Ouch. Can you say ouch?
How fate. I love you.
And I will always love you.
Oh, what's she doing with her face tendrils there? Ugh.
I thought Mandalorians were honorable.
We are, kid. All it takes is a few credits.
Well, that seems to be the truth.
There they are.
Okay, so we're hunting the remnants of Bo-Katan's fleet.
Quite a fleet.
It took me a long time to assemble it.
Boy, they're awful impressed by that little fleet. I guess it's the
Republic
big ship.
So I'd guess it's an independent world that hired them for protection.
Okay, so they're not real sure where this world is.
Guided on the assigned path. Engaging automated guidance.
So they're getting a little bit of a detour here.
Control of the ship. I guess we're going for a ride.
Okay, this is classic side journey. I don't mind this.
Welcome to Plazir 15. Please proceed to your Hyperloop pod.
Okay, so it's Plazir 15.
Sound accords. Permission must be granted from High Senate for access to self-defense forces.
Okay, so they've got to get somebody's permission.
Has been requested by the leadership of the planetary democracy.
I'm afraid we have more pressing matters.
Well, I guess we're going to have to see the leadership.
Heard of it. Do you think we're going to have to blast our way out of here?
We'll find out.
Join us! Come!
Okay, so we have some type of, it's not a gala, but some type of dinner going on here. And, when we look at this first little section here, I sort of like the introduction. It's good enough. I like this. I like to see what the Mandalorians were out doing. They're basically running bounties is basically what they're doing. And they hunted down this Corran who had stole a Mon Calamari Viceroy's son, who was in love with her. So she didn't really steal him, but that all ended up peaceful, so that was good enough. And then, of course, Bo and Den are here on Plazir 15.
Thanks to the New Republic amnesty program, I was able to help rebuild Plazir 15.
That is Jack Black.
Hold the baby, please.
He doesn't take kindly to strangers.
And I swear, is her name Lizzo? Is that what it is? Oh, that's
Oh, we hire them for protection. Our charter forbids us from having a military.
oh, democracies.
We have a problem.
Yes.
A droid problem.
What kind of droid problem?
So they have droids that I guess are malfunctioning.
Our constables are ill-equipped to confront battle droids.
Battle droids?
And why does the Duchess like to hold little Yoda,
Our
baby
charter
Yoda?
forbids any standing army from entering our city. Our constables aren't even allowed to carry blasters.
The irony.
You want us to eliminate your droid problem?
Exactly.
Okay, so this is our side quest. Get rid of the droids.
Outside your city walls, I am not a mercenary.
Apologies if that is the impression I gave. What I intend,
Or at least try to solve the droid problem.
Plazir 15 would formally recognize Mandalore as a sovereign system and petition the new
And why is she petting baby Yoda like he's a cat?
What do you think?
You had me at battle droids.
Love that line. My favorite line of the day, I think.
These droids were all reprogrammed to serve the community from the stockpile.
Christopher Lloyd. Oh my God, he's in Star Wars. So these droids are just doing nutty type things. Ooh, that could have been dangerous. It seemed like a lot of knives going on there.
The citizens voted against any interruption in droid services.
Oh boy, I don't even want to know.
Live without it.
And why is that?
The citizens are no longer required to work.
Oh,
Down the droids, our citizens wouldn't know how to survive.
so basically the droids do everything and the citizens do nothing.
See what happens when you rely on droids?
Are you taking this personally?
That is so absolutely hilarious. And so with this section, basically, we're getting to see what the problem here on Plazir 15 is. It's a droid problem. And it looks like, maybe they're just being programmed wrong or something like that. But with that, I didn't mention, but of course the Jack Black character here is former Imperial. So, we've already seen one side quest with an Imperial who had benefited from the amnesty program. The question is he really in love with the Duchess, and is he really a converted Imperial?
I am Bo-Katan Kryze. Which one of you is in charge?
Okay. Good job, Bo.
I am Mandalorian Din Djarin, friend of Ugnaught Kuiil.
Oh, I remember Quill. I liked Quill.
Will answer our questions and help us with our task. I have spoken.
Oh, that was one of my favorite sayings from the first season.
For you, the droids are not malfunctioning.
Citizens have been harmed.
Okay, they're the makers. They're going to argue that there's something
We will
going wrong.
investigate the dangerous incidents. We would appreciate your help.
Okay, so let's see what they do here.
Here are the locations of the droids you seek.
Thank you.
Okay, so they're pretty rational. They don't want their reputation to go down.
Indicated that there's a likelihood that the next event will be at the loading docks.
How sure are they?
Okay, so they're going to investigate.
I haven't seen battle droids since the Clone Wars.
Oh, have to throw the Clone Wars in there. Love it.
Any of them look suspicious?
They all look suspicious.
That's probably number 2 quote of the day.
Please.
We're here on behalf of the Duchess to investigate the droid malfunctions.
Oh, droids. You gotta hate them. You gotta love them. I don't know.
Sir.
Okay, out of control droid. Causing a chase here. That's something new. All right, bad battle droid, bad boy. Oh, just toss things at Bo and Den. Oh yeah, we got him. Good job, Den. Oh, so that was Bo taking down the battle droid.
Thank you for standing back. This is a crime scene.
Love these little droids that take care of crime scenes.
I found a spark pad.
They're just running around there, and nobody's paying any attention to them.
And there's an address.
Okay, so we're going to get continue our journey here. But with this, you know, I don't want to call this silly, but it's an interesting side quest for something of a serious show. Figuring out what's going on with these droids. I just wonder if they could have come up maybe with something a little more creative. But the question is, does this pay off in later episodes, or is this going to pay off in another season of Mandalorian, or Ahsoka, or whatever they're planning on doing? If it does, I take back any criticism that I might have of it.
Point.
You kicking droids is really not helpful.
I love Bo. I really do. A droid bar. How rad of them. Honestly, I was expecting that droid to say, "We do not accept your kind here."
That depends. Is this the resistor?
This is.
Okay, so the resistor was the name of the bar.
What are you getting at?
There has been a string of malfunctions that all point to this oil can.
Okay, so something's got to be going on there.
What are you doing?
You're wasting your time. You can't reason with droids.
I love this too. This is probably number 3.
Their behavior's programmed. All they do is reason.
They're also programmed not to harm or get.
He's talking about them reasoning, and she's saying, yes, they are programmed to reason.
Among my customers that we will be replaced.
Okay, I like the talking here.
But here on Plazir, they are given a second chance.
Well, these catastrophes.
So, you know, I like this idea of people being given second
That's why
chances.
we need your help. We don't want to be replaced. We still have a lot to contribute.
And droids getting a second chance, I guess. That's all fine too.
Organics created us. It's the least we can do.
Okay, so that's a good attitude to have. Okay. A little childish, but that's okay.
There is no selection of beverages as with organics. Here, droids are served nepenthe.
You know, I was wondering what droids came to a droid bar to drink.
It seems the malfunctioning droids all imbibed from the same batch of nepenthe.
So basically it was basically lubricant. An autopsy on a battle droid.
We're looking for programming subparticles.
Yes. Let me isolate them.
When in the world would you ever see that?
What are the chances that they're still active?
Oh boy, that's like what, an assassin droid or something? Holy cow. Hey, Din with the Darksaber. He was actually able to wield it for once. Okay, this section here, basically, tracking down the battle droid, trying to figure out what's gone, talking to the droids at the droid bar. You know, I think this is okay. Again, a little childish. for an episode like this. But, you know, the fact that, you know, these droids are going to be supportive of the humans who created them. They have respect for them because of that. You know, I guess it's cute. It's a nice thing. We're going to see, though, this might have been a waste of time if this doesn't pay off in a later episode.
Code. If it has a chain code, then we should be able to determine its point of origin. Okay, so somebody is causing trouble.
They were originally manufactured by the Techno Union. Been in cold storage for ages.
Techno Union, separatists.
Is that unusual?
It's illegal. Our head of security, Commissioner Hellgate.
Oh, poor Commissioner Hellgate. He's going to be in trouble.
We know about the Nepenthe and the nanodroids.
They didn't malfunction.
I like Christopher Lloyd's character here. I think he's doing a really good job.
You programmed them to disrupt an attack.
You're coming with us.
Okay. He very much seems like remnant.
The planet's docile workforce back into battle droids.
Like a remnant from the separatists. He seems like that's what he would do.
I didn't give up to the Empire.
Okay, so he's been around for a while.
Dooku was a visionary. He was cut short in his prime.
Okay, so he's a believer in Count Dooku, although he's dead. Well, I was wondering how long they were going to let him continue to talk. Okay, some type of silly little game. Baby Yoda helped her win.
I'm afraid it is, my lady.
So he is in trouble now.
If that isn't the Quacta calling the stifling slimy.
Boy, he really doesn't like Jack Black's character, does he?
As for now, you must live in exile on the moon of Paraquat.
Wouldn't it be so nice if you could just exile people to another planet?
I grant you audience with our deployment of Mandalorian privateers.
Still not really sure that it was her ability to do that. Yeah, not sure about that either. Cute little moment. That's okay.
I'm not their leader anymore. Wolves is.
All right. So basically here we have the side quest has come to an end, and they're headed to see the Mandalorians. Of course, they figured out the security chief, commissioner, whatever his name was, actually was the one who had programmed the droids. And I gotta be honest, I thought it was a little stupid that he had a button that just would turn everything to go against the citizens of the planet. But, you know, it's one of those things. They built a second Death Star that had an even worse weakness. So, hey, that happens in Star Wars sometimes, I guess. Okay. Not sure how much I like the look here.
I've come to reclaim my fleet.
I mean, are they really going to be sitting outside, sort of spread out like that?
Then I challenge you. One warrior to another.
Oh yeah, they have that music in the background. Heck yeah, Bo-Katan can fight, dude. She is your queen, so you need to lose. Okay, I like this fight so far. Whoops, watch what you're blowing up. You might need it. Okay, they land on the ship. Using those jetpacks, love that. Boy, that was so fast right there. I don't even know halfway what happened. Okay. All right, love the flamethrower, love that fight. Nice little fight.
Enough Mandalorian blood has been spilled by your own hands.
It just needed to have lasted, I think, just a little longer, maybe.
Din Djarin took the creed and chose to walk the way.
Okay, so she is going to stand up for Din Djarin and the rest of
He is every bit
his
the
group.
Mandalorian that they were.
I really like that idea.
But according to our ways, the ruler of Mandalore must possess the dark saber.
You know, in a way, Bo-Katan has really been the star of these last couple episodes.
This blade was taken from me. Bo-Katan rescued me.
Okay, when that all happened in that episode,
She defeated the enemy that defeated me.
when that happened and she was using that dark saber, I was really thinking,
Would this blade then not belong to her?
I was really thinking, that means that blade should go back to Bo-Katan.
It would.
And that music just gives me chills right there. I love it.
I return this blade to its rightful owner.
And now she's got to be thinking we might be making some progress here. All right, that's just a cool shot right there with her and that dark saber. And of course, the big thing with the dark saber and Bo-Katan there is she can wield it so much easier than Din Djarin could. I mean, we saw Din Djarin using it and trying to train with it, and he is not that great with it. But boy, she was kicking butt when she was using it to save Din Djarin when they were in the mines of Mandalore. And so with that, I love that whole conversation there and the resolution. You know, I thought they could have worked something out earlier to get her the dark saber, but I don't really have a big problem with the way they have actually done that here. And so with that, that is going to end our recap and review. Now, with that, we're going to move on to our review, our section where I'm going to just give you some thoughts and reactions. And I'm going to do that by giving you some ups and downs. Be very long. I think I mentioned most of them after each section, but I'm going to give this whole episode a down, okay, just to be on. I think this was even not as good as the last episodes. And listen, I've enjoyed this season of The Mandalorian so far, but I'm going to be honest. The reason it got moved back and is releasing on a Monday is because I didn't really enjoy it all that much, especially the whole droid part. And I may come to regret that. You know, it may come back that what they were putting in here is important down the road. Maybe not even in this season, but maybe in something in the future. And if it is, this is fine. I'll be happy with that. But basically this episode, you know, they could have almost skipped to the end and cut out the side mission, and I would have been okay with that. Now, the other thing with that is, you know, I hear so many people on social media complaining about, you know, why don't they add to Star Wars? Why don't they add new stories? Why does Mandalorian? How many times do we hear this? The Mandalorian just does it, and there's nothing, no side quests or anything. And people were complaining about that. And now that they're adding a side quest and trying to provide a little bit of a richer background, okay, and richer world building for what's going on, which you know, I'm fine with, people are complaining about. Now they're actually doing it. And so honestly, I'm not really sure what some people want sometimes. Okay. Now, with that big negative, I've got some positives, and I will say one positive, and it's generally speaking, I do like the fact that they are doing world build, okay, and universe build, because we don't know what the universe basically has been like since Return of the Jedi for the most part. And for me, I want to see what it's like. I want to see what's going on politically, economically. You know, how did the First Order come about? You know, I think in some of this, maybe not this season of Mandalorian, but in what we're being presented with, we're going to get to see that. And I think lots of people are waiting on finding out things like that. But, you know, we have to let the story develop. So the world building that's going on, and I'm really digging that. Okay, another positive, and I'll just throw this one out there too. Bo-Katan. I love Bo-Katan. I think she has been the standout, okay? And I'm going to be honest with you. I actually enjoy Katie Sackhoff's acting more than I do Pedro Pascal's. You're all going to say, what in the world? Are you crazy? But I like her acting better than his, and he's covered by a mask. So, it's one of those things that I prefer, okay? I love the fight there with the Mandalorians. I'd love to see more of that. I love when they're using their gadgets and their flamethrowers and their personal little arm shields and their little cables. Love all that. Absolutely love it. And it's awesome. Okay. Now, next down is basically, we're not really seeing Grogu used, I think, very well. I think most people thought they were going to try to advance Grogu's character and do something new with him, but he's just sort of been riding around, not doing much. And so I'm going to throw that in there as a negative as well. All right, everybody. That is just a couple thoughts. I think I mentioned most things throughout the rest of the video, but with that, I'm going to give a grade to this episode, and I'm going to give it a C-. Okay, and that is by far the lowest grade I've ever given on a Mandalorian episode. And so just take that for what it's worth. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and comment below, and I will see you next time on the Fandom Realm.